on again?
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna use that as the final question, weren't we? What was it again?
Visions for society. There was maybe as well if you want to touch on mental health, because it's mental health awareness.
Yeah. Sorry, brother. Sorry. Vision for society. Yeah.
Vision for society and mental health.
And mental health. I don't want to know what would your advice be for anyone suffering from mental health, young people.
Okay. Vision for society, a society that that understands that not everyone is as privileged as others. So help them out. I don't see. I will never understand what the big rage is about. Helping out people who need help. There's nothing wrong with needing help. I wish I had so much help. Growing up, I could have done with new school shoes and a new pair of shit. I could have done with so much. And what I don't understand why society is so against setting up a structure where those who have less privilege and are less fortunate just get a helping hand.
Supported a bit, exactly.
I wish someone could explain to me why it's so
It's better for society as a whole. Not even just for the individual getting the helping hand, it's society as a whole.
I will never get my head around why that is so why that isn't what goes on yeah.
So the other question was around mental health and what advice can you give to young people suffering from mental health issues?
So much advice. Firstly, talk about it. I think that's the first thing, talk about it. Know it's okay to talk about it and seek help as well. Don't just, that's the dark thing about mental health is that it defeats you so much that sometimes you forget that you're allowed to seek help. You're allowed to say, I'm not okay, I need help, can somebody help me? And Carney's, there's so many different outlets now. I'd like to think that where you can pick up a phone or you could walk into somewhere and get help, talk to a family member. Secondly, break out of bad habits that are affecting your mental health. So a big one is smoking weed. If you've got mental health problems, stop smoking weed. I feel like everyone shies around this. Stop fucking smoking weed. It's not good for your mental health. I've suffered with mental health problems for the past few years, and what I used to do is when I used to feel depressed, I would lock myself away and I'll smoke weed and I'll just get worse and worse and worse. It doesn't help. Everyone, there's a thing that in the ends where we feel like weed is a drug. It's fucking it will fuck you up. If you've got mental health problems, stop smoking weed first and foremost. I feel like everyone just kind of flipping shies away from that and acts like just stop smoking. It does not help your situation. It feels good for that 20 minutes, and then after that, we all know, us weed smokers, we know how it goes. Stop, cut it out.
And if you are going to stop it, find something to replace it with, like boxing.
Exactly, yeah. Find something, exercise. Exercise is good for mental health, boxing, and also purpose. That's why I got back to that thing, purpose. If you have something to focus on, something to work at, something to get better at, something to keep striving at every day, that can always change the cards you've been dealt. You know what I mean? Boxing is I feel like it is the greatest example because it gives you so much discipline. Yeah, and when you jump in here, you got to learn. You got to stay sharp. You got to work at it every day because to get better at this, you have to stay focused. You know what I mean? So exercise, break out of bad habits. For example, sometimes when you're suffering from mental health, you might want to stay indoors all day or stay in bed all day. Don't do that. Get off your phone, get off social media. If you go on social media and it doesn't make you feel good, get off it. There's so many things that sometimes we as human, I always say, I've stopped saying it because I'm gonna say it now, but I always say we humans we like to play ourselves. But I understand sometimes people aren't playing themselves. It's just very difficult. So I I've stopped saying it, but I understand it's very difficult sometimes. But sometimes we play ourselves. For example, you're suffering from depression, but you smoke weed every day. You're playing yourself. That's not going to help you. You stay in bed all day. You're playing yourself. How are you ever gonna like get yourself out of this situation when you're literally static all day? Do you know what I mean? So find all of these little things where you're not being the best version of yourself and try to cut it out. And just make it a continuous conversation, like to get better and to be okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, and understand that it's okay to not be okay as well, and seek that help.
Amen.
Thank you. Well, big thanks to Stormzy.
Yeah, thank you. Round of applause for George. Legend.
And we're going to see you down at Carney's when the